What's up, everyone? Today we're going to do a brief little lesson on how to defeat the evil Jaffar in the Røkkr Sieges and his evil friends. As you can see, I have a really high score, and that is because I've mastered the way of defeating him. Now, I would have made this video a little earlier if I had, more time, for one thing, and second, it's more just because I need to make sure that it's stable and it's going to work for sure. So first thing you want to do is slap on guard on all your characters, except maybe for Xian, because Xian never gets hit. There's no reason for her to get hit, because she's more bulkier than the others, like these herons right here. Especially Raisin. But Raisin is still tankier than Xian, because Raisin has steady posture and he has decent defense to start with. Xian, I had to slap her Fortress Dev to get to where she is. Now, if you're not running anything with merges, of course, Raisin doesn't have any merges, I would recommend, instead of having like these drive attacks, to go and get some drive defense instead. Now, my character of choice for this one is Ultimate Fjorm. Fjorm is very good, especially if you were to give her bonus doubler or something like that. But of course, if you don't have that, Attack Dev Bond will do. If you don't have that, well, maybe maybe you can get it off of Eyeball God, the sturdy blow A slot. Then you can slap on this flashing blade, and you'll be able to spam this Astra all day, and you'll teach the evil Jaffar a painful lesson. Now, the rest of my characters, they have tactics all over the place, and of course, you can easily obtain tactics now in New Year's. Of course, have it, then just hone speed would be enough.
As you say.
Alright, so, to make sure I get all my buffs, let's begin.
Yes.
Ultimate Fjorm will stab Jaffar twice in the head.
Are you ready?
The only reason why we have Flashing Blade is so that the evil Fjorm could potentially
Of course.
hit Astra twice. Oh, actually, I should move my Xian into Fjorm first to give her spur attack to Fjorm, so that Fjorm can teach Jaffar a painful lesson.
Get past me.
Repeatedly stabbing Jaffar in the face, teaching him a painful lesson. Now look, my dogs are upset because of what I just did to Jaffar. Now,
I'd like to.
Xian will dance, allowing the evil Fjorm, Ultimate Fjorm, to use Double Astra! See, look, there's another one.
Won't get past me.
It actually looks absolutely amazing, seeing Fjorm just stabbing like this, doing Panther Thrust on that evil Jaffar.
Lictor, Lance of Ice.
Now, the reason why I use Fjorm is very simple. Fjorm is very, very tanky. Fjorm has a lot of tank. And then all you need to do is just bolster her speed a little bit, and you'll be alright. Meanwhile, I set up Xian to be the target of Jaffar's attack. Doing so
Do what?
will keep... do what? Will allow Jaffar to continue smacking Xian over the face without moving around. We cannot allow him to move around. We need to keep him in this one spot. It's the same setup that I have with the other Røkkr Sieges, and that I have Guard and I have Breath of Life. I want to make sure I always take 1 damage from Jaffar so that 1 Heron can heal me to full, and that I don't accidentally lower his cooldown charges for Umbra Calamity.
As you say.
Alright, as I say, I will go and take out this Axe Cavalier, teach him a painful lesson, stab him 5 times in a row. Doing so, I heal Xian, and then
Good luck.
Xian will pay me back and allow me to go right back to Jaffar and stabbing him repeatedly in the face. Always take out the minions first, so that you build up your bonus. Do as much points of damage as you can. So, in essence, it's all about, hey, who can I direct Jaffar to hit repeatedly over the head,
Lictor.
and then keep him from moving, and taking on these minions as they come. Of course, there are some times where these minions, they spawn with like bow or something stupid, and when that happens,
Past me.
you need to take them out. If you can't take them out, then you have a problem. And I do have these problems occasionally. But if you don't have these problems immediately, you'll be okay. Meanwhile, Jaffar will continue smashing Lian's over the head because, you know, he doesn't like Lian. Doesn't like Lian because Lian has the lowest defense in my group. And now this red sword fighter is planning on smacking Lian or Raisin, probably Lian though, so that he can coordinate with Jaffar to take her out. We cannot, absolutely cannot allow that to occur. Of course, we also have this thief who will also cause this problem. We must take him out as well. This green mage, he might hit Ninian, but Ninian will pay him back. Ninian is bulky. Now, if you don't have Ninian or something like that, just get yourself a Olivia. You have to have Olivia. Give her a couple merges or something like that. Make her tanky so that Jaffar does not actually go and hit that instead. But it's really relatively easy to set the setup that I have right now. Just gotta make sure your defenses are in order. Ooh, actually I have less defenses now. That's actually pretty deplorable, Bob. After I move, that won't be an issue anymore. Alright, sword fighter's been taken down. What?
Not hurt.
Now I get to move again, and I'll get to hit Jaffar for 1.
This is
You only need 1 Heron in your team. I have 2 because I'm lazy and I didn't set up a new setup.
Are you ready?
Now, if you still take damage from Jaffar somehow, then I would recommend 2. But I honestly think that 1 is enough. One is more than enough.
I'd like to help.
In fact, you would have to have guard 3 if you're going to use 2 Herons. In that case, you won't accidentally drop your HP low enough for Jaffar to start losing cooldowns. Well, it's either that or run noontime, but you want to have Astra. You want to take out this punk. That's your defense platform of your friends. The ultimate Fjorm is so tanky that this green mage tries to get a free shot and can't. I think this dude will attack Raisin next. Or Ninian next. Alright, I'm back. My buddy was just talking to me about the New Year's party that we're going to set up to, and he's like, oh, you gotta go. Of course I'll go. I'll go to New Year's party, no problem. Alright, so Troubadour is not an issue, because their damage is nerfed, so they'll do next to nothing to any of these guys. So really, I just need to worry about the green mage hitting Raisin, and potentially Jaffar hitting Raisin as well, but that's not going to happen, because
What?
Lian is going to be the one who gets hit. Do what? Always. Because that's what she does. So this round, we won't go out and do any excursions. Honestly, the only thing that'll give you trouble are these mounted cavalry with the bow. Those are the guys that'll give you a hard time. Anything else, you should be just fine. Even infantry archers, you can set up in a way that you can chop off their heads or something like that.
Are you ready?
Though those guys could be an issue as well, but at least they're not as bad as those punks
You won't get
who can
past
reach like a
me.
million miles away. So what I honestly should have done, though, is give Raisin Iod's shield so that Raisin can tank a hit, and I can have him bait the archers instead. But whatever.
What?
We should be okay, but if one of those guys show up, we'll deal with them. We'll deal with them appropriately. We'll think of a way to deal with them. But yeah, that's why you can't run 2 Herons unless you absolutely have to, or you're super lazy, like I am. Now, Raisin will give ultimate Fjorm
As you
who
say.
she needs. Continue pouring on the damage on the evil Jaffar and giving him
Lance of ice.
pentathrust repeatedly over and over again until he reaches the mark of 200k. Now, the previous Røkkr Sieges was easy as hell, so I didn't even bother doing anything about that. The only reason why I do this one is because I thought that this one was actually a bit of a pain. I had to actually manage my setup a little bit before I got around to this. Though after like a round or two, I was like, oh, okay, so that's what you do to get past the evil Jaffar, because Jaffar's debuff is a huge pain in the ass. Daggers are a pain in the ass. So, like I said, you want to make sure you have some defensive setup. Although I wouldn't set up on the Xian, I would probably set up on someone else. Alright, anyway, let's see. This guy does like 15, this guy does like 22. Well, the answer is pretty obvious. We take out this sword fire first.
Are you ready?
I only have a choice of one target. I can't choose another one, because then I'll be stuck. I do not want to be stuck.
I'll accompany you.
This troubadour shouldn't be a problem, though I could take out the troubadour too, just in case. I mean, it's not a huge issue, it's just like an annoying bug. You know what? Yeah, I'll just ignore that. Troubadour, leave it alone, and just keep pouring on the damage on Jaffar. After a certain point, even if those archers show up, I would have dealt so much damage to Jaffar that it won't be an issue anymore. I will be able to take him out by bringing him directly to 200k damage. Alright, I've already reached 150. That's all you need to get the accessory.
What? Not hurt? No?
Now, of course,
Yes.
if you're not as geared, if you absolutely do not have the requirements, you can still easily get the 150 by doing it on intermediate.
This is my
But if you have stuff like me, you can do stuff like this. But I honestly think that you just need the not bonus double. You just need the attack dev sturdy blow off of Athena. Or if you want to be fancy, you use attack dev's bond. The other characters can also use bond as well, but you want to make sure you have some kind of sturdiness going on here. Troubadour does 6 damage to Raisin, that's not an issue. But now the evil what's-his-face shows up. What should I do? Let me think. Should I just pour on all the damage? What's my time? 6-7. We might actually be able to break through within a turn. So maybe we should just do that. But if not, I'll probably just take out this dude and go right back to it. Actually, you know what? Just to be safe. Just to be safe. So Axe Fighter gets his ass kicked.
Yes.
As we remember, Troubadour and that Green Mage cannot deal enough damage.
Yes.
This Ninian is in trouble though because of this green refrigerator, but we'll just let him attack. Whatever. There's no need to waste too much effort. Oh yeah, I think I can even pull it off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What the hell was I even thinking? Like, well, why did I think for some fucking reason that I wouldn't reach 200k damage? Oh, I don't even know what I was thinking. Well, time to taste double Astra! Now he's been hit like 10 times in the face, along with
Well, it's not proper, but
those brave attacks. So that's like 14 hits, I think. So yeah, and now the evil Jaffar has been sent to the Shadow Realm. I easily got 200k points. And of course, I am going to be number 1 forever, because there's no way any of these guys can beat me. The only way they could is if they're in a more competitive mode, where we have to not make any mistakes and fight against the evil Burger King and Zelgius. And you have to use Eastern Standard Time to defeat them. But that's so easy. It's like if you make one single mistake, you would be like really low on your score, but honestly, it's not an issue. Diabetes Tong Liu Bang. See, look at the difference between me and the others. 情緒入名字 nickname Vic Rose. Of course, you don't really do any of that. And of course, our buddy here is super easy. Compared to Jaffar, he's easy peasy, so I'll just take care of him. But we probably don't need to show how to do that, right? Well, I suppose let's go and set up things as we did before. So, tactics people hang around near you. The tankier dancer sits to the right without the defense platform.
Yes.
Fjorm attacks first, as always. Gotta fight dirt.
Are you ready?
Although he won't have any attack quotes. You know, honestly, I wish they have attack quotes for these guys.
Yes.
They would sound a million times more threatening.
Not hurt.
But once again, remember, you have to put one of the lowest defense
As you say.
across the attacker,
Orders, please. Ha!
like this.
Are you ready?
Then you can keep the gold or Jaffar or any other ranged rockers under control. Once again, Xian
The dance
dances for Fjorm,
As you say.
and Fjorm unleashes the double Astra.
Are you ready?
You might still be able to squeeze out 200k without flashing blade. Yeah, you probably could even do that. Considering how much damage I was doing to Jaffar earlier,
Yes.
yeah, I think it's possible too. If you don't have Fjorm, I think
Get past me.
Churchy should be able to do it, just as long as you have some speed buffs enough to double these rockers. But these rockers aren't exactly fast, so we should be okay.
Ah!
Oh, the end's in trouble. Yeah, 28 speed. Yeah, that's not gonna be an issue. I think Jaffar is like 40, but that shouldn't be too hard to overcome. Well, that's about it for this little lesson on kicking the shit out of these rockers, the dagger rockers.
Lictor. Lance of
The only real issue that they have over others is that debuff. So you can overcome these debuffs by simply not letting yourselves get doubled, first of all. But it's very hard to get doubled. I mean, look at this. 28 speed. Jaffar on his 40 can't do it either.
Okay.
What now?
Because I'm running tactics and I'm running Raisin. Raisin has his wonderful stance.
Are you
And
ready?
his wonderful stance keeps him from getting doubled. And he also has a lot of physical defense. So honestly, while these guys look troublesome, they're not that bad. But that's about it for our lesson for today. Let's watch as Raisin and
Yes.
Fjorm and hit Røkkr repeatedly over the head like this. Yep.